Hello guys, how are you?
I'm Hardeep Singh. Welcome back to your own YouTube channel. IELTS updates and recent exams. For more updates related to recent IELTS exam writing test topics, listening, reading, practice test, and speaking, you got guesswork. Please guys participate in everyday listening and reading practice test to achieve your desired band score in your actual IELTS exam. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Press the bell icon for the upcoming notifications. Don't forget like, subscribe and share my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, IELTS updates and recent exams.
Part 1.
You will hear a conversation between Kevin, a tour operator, and Lisa, who wants a reservation for a London trip. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling World Tour and Travel. This is Kevin. How may I assist you?
You said World Tour and Travel? Oh, good. Yes, I'd like to have some information, please.
Sure. What can I help you with?
Well, it's for a reservation to go to London next July. There will be 3 of us, all women.
Oh, okay. That's not a problem. How long do you plan to stay in London?
We'd like to stay a fortnight.
Okay. 3 for a fortnight. Got it. And where in London would you like to stay?
We've been told that Malvy's is the best place. I know I really want to stay there, and one of the other girls too. Would that be possible?
Maldives is difficult in July. Would you consider another area? Maldives, as you know, is quite popular, and July is the peak season for Maldives.
I understand, but we really want to stay there. We don't need to stay at a hotel. We're more in mind to cook for ourselves and all that.
Oh, you mean a self-catering arrangement, then?
Right. That's exactly what we want.
Well, that does give us a few more options. Are you thinking of a villa or a flat?
Oh, a small flat would suit us.
Very well. And you plan on staying a fortnight?
Well, yes and no. You see, myself and one of the gals plan to stay for a fortnight. But Margaret, that's the other gal, she will be coming at a later time.
That's not a problem, but you will have to pay for triple occupancy. You did say there were 3 of you, correct?
Yes, 3 of us, all girls. Margaret, Chastity, and myself. Paying for triple occupancy shouldn't be a problem. Now, we will need a safe place near the beach.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. Now listen carefully and answer questions 6 to 10.
We are on a budget, and so we are looking at spending no more than $100 a day.
For that budget, you will have limited options, I'm afraid. Let me see what's available. If you can make it in late June, I might have a bed sitter for $75 a night. It's a one-bedroom flat with 3 single beds. It has a drawing room and full kitchen, as well as full bathroom, of course. And it's only 5-minute walk to the main beach in Maldives.
That sounds terrific. I'll take that. By the way, what's the name of the beach?
The name is Heaven's Rise. It's the best beach there and has many amenities close by. There are a number of restaurants and shops there. Are you familiar with this beach?
Oh my God, oh yes! I've never been there, but I've heard stories about it. My mum and dad went there on their honeymoon, and they still keep telling their friends to visit Heaven's Rise. I had no idea it was part of the Maldives.
That sounds so romantic about your parents. Mine honeymooned in Gibraltar. It's so nice when these trips provide such happy memories. Now, from what I can see, this trip should provide you and your friends some very wonderful memories.
I'm sure it will. To that, I have absolutely no doubts. I'm very excited now. I will have to speak with my friends regarding this, but I'm sure they will agree.
Okay, do talk it over with your friends and make a final decision. Once you do, please call me back. My name is Kevin Smith. May I have yours, please?
Yes, it is Lisa Perkins.
Okay, and now may I have your contact number?
Yes, that's 555-226123.
Very well, Lisa. Please call and ask for me, and I'll set everything up once you've made the final decision. I'm here weekdays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Don't forget, you just have a month, so you need to make up your minds as soon as possible. I suggest you contact me tomorrow.
Oh, thank you, Kevin. You've been really very helpful. I will certainly call you back tomorrow.
That is the end of part 1.
You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Now turns to part 2.
Now listen to the manager of the Red Mango restaurant delivering a pep talk about the offerings and about the layout of the facility. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 14. Now listen to the first part of the talk and answer questions 11 to 14.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Red Mango. Now, the Red Mango has been a mainstay in Port Hiatus for the past 20 years. All thanks to the efforts of our founder, Mr. T.C. Bailey. Now, on behalf of the Bailey family and our board of directors, I want to welcome you to our new and improved facility. With the renovation and expansion of our facility, we will be able to provide more choices, more services, more enjoyment, and more fun. To put it more simply, we are now offering more. Since the Red Mango is already a hit in our community and in the surrounding areas, we're expecting it to be a super hit. All of you who were with us prior to the renovation, welcome back. To those employees who have just joined us, I want to extend my warmest. Now please note, this is not the final renovation that was to be carried out. We will also be installing a security room to provide security and to ensure the safety of all of our guests and employees. We will also be hiring more employees since we have expanded our services and will need to handle the increase in number of customers. The restaurant area will feature Wi-Fi, which will be free of cost to our customers. They'll most certainly appreciate that.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 15 to 20. Now, listen and answer questions 15 to 20.
Okay, let's begin. I want to go over the new layout with all of you. Right now, we are standing at the entrance. As you all know, since I'm the manager, my office is there in the corner to the left. In fact, the entire management and business team is located in that office. Off to the right are the washrooms. Each washroom features multiple toilets and other fixtures to make our washrooms complete. Also, the toilets use less water and are motion sensitive. This will ensure that we are saving water. Now here in the reception area. It is well appointed with couches and chairs for our customers to sit comfortably while they wait. In the corner to the left, we have the coat check, where our customers can leave their coats, hats, purses, and other items. To the right of the reception area is our party and buffet room. It seats a maximum of 100 people and is rented out for parties and other events. Proceeding straight, we'll soon come to the main part of the restaurant, which is really a mini food court. In there, we currently have a stall each for Indian, continental, and Chinese cuisines. Each stall will serve both vegetarian and non-vegetarian dishes, and the menu is supervised by our 5-star Michelin chef, Pierre Montdulac. Later in the year, we'll be adding a stall which will feature South Indian food. The Indian stall is located on your right, the continental stall on your left, and the Chinese is located on the opposite wall from the entrance. We also plan to set up a Japanese, Mexican, and Thai food stall within the next year. Again, this will reflect our motto of giving our customers more. Next to the Chinese stall is the entrance to the game room. It features many of the latest video games, especially 3D games, which are sure to be a hit amongst the youngsters. It also has some classic video games such as Pac-Man, Frogger, and Donkey Kong. The game room will also have foosball, air hockey, snooker, and billiards tables. Another feature of the game room is that it leads to what we call the haunted house. This is a maze filled with a variety of horrors, chills, and thrills. It is certainly not for the faint of heart. For Halloween, this will figure prominently. Now, in an exclusive corner between the reception area and the continental stall is something for the foodies. It's the Baker's Lounge. Here can be found all sorts of sweets, snacks, and even full meals involving different pastries. It's truly worth a try. Well, that's it for the layout. I'm sure it is fairly clear for you all. Now, the entire management team and I would appreciate hearing your views and concerns. You may also feel free to see me in my office if you have any questions or suggestions.
That is the end of part 2.
You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Now turns to part 3.
You will hear a conversation between two students who will discuss a project they're working on together. You have 30 seconds to look at questions 21 to 27.
Hey, Jess. Glad you could make it. We've got a lot to discuss.
Hi, Matt. Yes, sorry I'm a bit late. I did bring all my notes with me.
Yes, me too. Where shall we start?
Well, I think it would be a good idea to clarify our objectives just one more time.
Yes, good idea. Okay, here we are. We need to record, photograph, and identify the plant species in 10 1-square-meter plots.
Does it say anything about where these plots should be and how they should be laid out?
Ah, here it is. It says that all the plots need to be no more than 10 meters apart.
And how do we choose them?
Ah, this is the fun part. I remember this. Here we are. Make a 1-meter square frame using bamboo sticks available from the department stores.
Yes, we've already done that.
I know, I'm just reading the whole section.
Okay.
One person stands roughly in the middle of the chosen area and throws the frame. The other person uses a tape to mark out the square where the frame landed and returns frame to thrower. The thrower then turns a few degrees on the spot and throws again. The thrower must turn slightly after each throw and vary the force of the throw until after the 10th throw they are pointing in almost the same direction as the first.
That sounds a bit complicated.
That's only because it's all in writing. It's just a simple throw, turn, throw, turn, throw, turn until we have 10 squares.
And I guess you want to do the throwing.
Well, if you don't mind. I'm sure you'll be more accurate at marking the squares.
Yes, I am sure I am, and I'm sure you've got a stronger throwing arm.
You now have 30 seconds to look at questions 28 to 30.
Okay, good. We've got that sorted. Now we need to decide where to go.
Yes, I've been thinking about that and I've brought the map.
Ah, well done. I forgot mine.
Now, I've identified 3 possible locations, but they've all got some disadvantages.
Okay, fire away.
Well, the area around this lowland marsh could be interesting. There'll be a lot of interesting water plants here.
Looks good, but what's the problem?
Mainly that it's already a designated nature reserve, and I think there's already been a lot of research done here.
Ah, I see. Well, I'd rather do something that's new and can be useful.
I agree. That's why I identified this area further west. See, here, behind the beach.
Oh yes, I see. That area there, where it's flat, but quite high.
Exactly. If you look a bit further inland, you'll see that there are hills which will protect that area from strong north winds.
I see. Excellent. But what's the problem?
Just that it may not be very interesting. We know that the geology there is not conducive to a wide variety of plants.
I agree. So what's your last idea?
Well, I think this one is a bit of a winner, although I did want to show you the other 2. Look up here, on the north coast.
Where?
See this bay? Well, I know that there's been quite a lot of studies done here, but a bit further to the east, behind this headland. No one has ever looked at that. Well, I certainly couldn't see any studies.
That is interesting. And the plant life could be a bit different because of the shelter from the wind the headland provides.
Exactly.
Brilliant, Jessica. That's a great idea. We'll go there.
Thanks. Now all we have to decide is when is a good time.
Well...
That is the end of part 3.
You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Now turns to Part 4.
You will hear a lecture about geotourism. You have 30 seconds to look at questions 31 to 40.
Now, I'd like to move on to talk about something called geotourism. Geotourism is very basically leveraging the benefits of tourism for local communities. I would just like to give you a couple of statistics which are very illustrative of the current situation with regard to young travellers and international tourism. Firstly, tourism has an impact on more people worldwide than any other industry. Indeed, it has an impact on 1 in every 2 people, either directly or indirectly. The second statistic is that in global tourism, there is a 97% economic leakage. This means that if you spend £100 on going on holiday, normally only £3 of that money will actually reach the people who are giving you the services and the accommodation, for example, in the destination. If you put these two figures together, you can understand why some of the regions of the world which have very high levels of tourism still have very high levels of poverty and huge developmental challenges. These countries have this massive industry demanding a huge number of services, but they are not seeing a fair reward for these services. Geotourism is about changing this. Projects are now being developed with financial organisations such as the World Bank. One of these involves developing a technology platform which is bringing grassroots travel products such as hotels, locally owned hotels, not global chains, very locally owned tour operators to the international travel market, therefore avoiding the middlemen. These middlemen often cut them out of the market completely or just make their business unsustainable. Another way that geotourism can be promoted is through the niche travel market of volunteering. These days, a significant number of older teenagers want to spend a gap year, either between school and university or university and employment. Often, these people want to spend some or all of their year volunteering, but they either don't have the money or don't feel inclined to pay the main volunteering organisation businesses the fee they require, which can be as high as £3,500. What they are looking for is an organisation who can connect them with people on the ground, who can suggest worthwhile local projects. So, this is a real win-win scenario. The organisers charge a small flat fee, which then goes to the local contact. Thus, the local contact gets a very good commission just for one customer. The customer is also saving a large amount of money and time, both of which they can give to the projects they end up working on. There is still quite a long way to go before poverty in the most popular of tourist areas is eradicated, but a focus on this type of geotourism could provide an answer.
That is the end of Part 4.
You now have half a minute to check your answers.
So guys, don't forget like, subscribe and share my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. IELTS updates and recent exams. For more updates related to recent IELTS exam writing test topics, listening, reading, practice test and speaking, you got guesswork. Please guys, participate in everyday new IELTS listening and reading practice tests to achieve your desired band score in your actual IELTS exam. For more IELTS material, visit my official website www.ieltsupdatesandrecentexams.com. The link is given below in the description. If you need PDF files of latest IELTS material, then please join my Telegram channel. So guys, please write your score below the comment section. Again, thanks for listening. God bless you all guys. Stay tuned, stay safe.
Bye.